You have been giving away your power your entire life, and you do not even realize it. Every time you show someone exactly what you want, you hand them the leash to your life. You think you are being honest. You think you are being authentic. You think that by expressing your desires openly, you are building trust. But in the real world, visible desire is a leash, and silent intent is power. The moment someone knows what you want, they own the price you will pay for it. They see your hunger, they measure your thirst, and they immediately calculate the exact cost they can extract from you before they give it to you. You have been doing this in your relationships, in your career, in your friendships. You wear your heart on your sleeve, you announce your goals, you make your infatuation obvious. And every single time, you wonder why you end up paying more than the thing is worth. You wonder why you are always the one compromising, always the one chasing, always the one left exhausted. It is because you betrayed yourself. You showed them your target. And the moment they know where you are aiming, they can move the goalposts. What I am going to share with you today is the ruthless art Machiavelli perfected. It is the dark psychology of desire. It is the understanding that power does not come from taking what you want by force. True power comes from making others want to give it to you, without them ever realizing you wanted it in the first place. If you want to stop being manipulated, if you want to stop paying the idiot tax on your own desires, you need to internalize these 7 dark principles. Here are 7 dark tricks to never show them what you want. Number 1. Understand the leash of visible desire. Look at your past. Look at the times you wanted a promotion, wanted a specific person, wanted a deal to go through. How did you act? You probably overperformed. You showed up early, you agreed to extra work, you laughed at jokes that were not funny, you made yourself endlessly available. You thought you were proving your worth. But what you were actually doing was negotiating against yourself. When people see that you want something too much, your value drops instantly. It is a brutal, unspoken law of human nature. Scarcity creates value. Overflowing abundance creates contempt. When you are desperate for a specific outcome, you radiate a low-status energy. You become a supplicant. And supplicants do not get respect. They get pity, at best. At worst, they get exploited. Think about the cost of this. Every time you make your desire visible, you are quietly stripping away your own dignity. You are telling the other person, I need this from you, which means you have something I lack. You have just handed them the leverage. Now they can dictate the terms. They can delay, they can add conditions, they can withdraw slightly just to watch you scramble. Strategic people never bleed their intentions. They keep their desires locked in a vault. They approach every negotiation, every relationship, every interaction with a baseline of calm detachment. You must adopt a stoic composure. Marcus Aurelius understood that a mind dominated by passions is a mind easily conquered. If you want something, feel it, know it, plan for it, but never show it. Let them think you are perfectly content to walk away. That single posture, the genuine willingness to walk away, is the ultimate shield. If they believe you do not need them, they have no leverage. Number 2. Wear the armor of cultivated indifference. There is a profound difference between not caring and appearing not to care. You can care deeply. You can want something so badly it keeps you awake at night. But your exterior must be an impenetrable wall of indifference. Cultivating indifference is not about becoming a cold, emotionless robot. It is about mastering the projection of self-sufficiency. When you appear to want nothing too much, you become impossible to manipulate. Think about the people in your life who are easily controlled. They are the ones who are visibly attached to outcomes. They want approval, they want comfort, they want security. Because their wants are visible, those wants become the buttons that others push. Most people wear their desires like a neon sign. Strategic people wear their indifference like armor. When you stop showing how much you care, a fascinating shift happens. The power dynamic inverts. The other person, who is used to reading clear signals of desire, suddenly finds themselves in the dark. They cannot read you. They cannot predict you. This makes them deeply uncomfortable. And in that discomfort, they will start to overextend themselves, trying to figure you out, trying to win your favor, simply because they cannot stand the ambiguity. The cost of showing you care is that you become predictable. Predictability is the enemy of power. When you are predictable, you are manageable. When you are manageable, you are controllable. By cultivating indifference, you reclaim your unpredictability. You become the one holding the strings, simply by refusing to let anyone see what strings are attached to you. Number 3, master the phantom's pace. Rushing is the ultimate confession of weakness. When you rush toward something, you are screaming to the world, "I am afraid it will disappear if I do not grab it right now." It is the behavior of a starving person at a banquet. It is unseemly, it is low status, and it is entirely anti-seductive. Most people rush because they operate from a scarcity mindset. They believe opportunities are rare, affections are fleeting, and they must strike immediately or lose forever. So they push. They demand commitment too early. They demand answers. They demand resolution. And in doing so, they choke the life out of whatever they were trying to capture. Strategic people operate on extended timelines. They understand that patience is not just a virtue, it is a weapon. Patience is seductive. When you do not rush, you signal that you are accustomed to getting what you want. You signal that your life is abundant, that this particular outcome is just one of many available to you. Think about what impatience is quietly taking from you. It is taking your dignity. Every time you send the double text, every time you ask for reassurance, every time you push for a faster decision, you are paying a tax on your own self-worth. You are teaching people that your time is worthless and their time is precious. Stop rushing. Let the situation breathe. Let the silence do the heavy lifting. When you slow down, you force the other person to speed up. When you do not chase, they must step into the vacuum and pursue you. The phantom's pace means you are always moving with deliberate, unhurried grace. You are the prize, and prizes do not chase. They are sought after. Number 4, create the vacuum of absence. You have been taught that to maintain a connection, you must be present. You must show up, you must be available, you must be reliable. But constant presence breeds contempt. If you are always there, you become part of the background. You become the furniture. Nobody pays a premium for something that is always in supply. The dark psychology of desire relies on scarcity. If you want to increase your value, you must learn the mechanism of controlled absence. This is not about playing petty games of ignoring people. It is about understanding the economic reality of human attention. Too much circulation lowers your value. When you withdraw temporarily, you create a vacuum. And nature abhors a vacuum. The moment you step back, the other person's mind goes to work. They start to wonder where you are. They start to wonder what you are doing. They start to remember the value you brought, because absence sharpens the blade of memory. When you are always present, your value is diluted. When you are gone, your value is concentrated. Think about what constant availability is taking from you. It is taking your mystique. It is taking your respect. By being too accessible, you are silently telling people that you have nothing better to do, that your life revolves around them. You must be willing to walk away, not as a threat, but as a genuine expression of your own self-worth. You have a life to build. You have goals to achieve. You have a kingdom to construct. You cannot be sitting by the door waiting for someone to knock. Walk away. Go build. Let them see the dust of your departure. It is only when you are gone that they will realize how much they needed you there. Number 5. Weaponize intermittent reinforcement. This is where the dark psychology becomes truly dangerous. If you want to make someone mentally obsessed with you, you must understand the mechanism of intermittent reinforcement. Constant kindness creates complacency. If you are always nice, always agreeable, always giving, the other person becomes immune to it. Your kindness becomes the baseline. It is expected. And the moment you fail to provide it, you are punished for breaking a contract you never realized you signed. But if you alternate pleasure with moments of coldness or withdrawal, you create an emotional roller coaster. This is not about being cruel. It is about being unpredictable. You give them warmth, connection, and validation. Then, without warning, you pull back. You become distant. You become preoccupied. This oscillation is deeply addictive. The human brain is wired to seek patterns. When the pattern of your affection is broken, their brain goes into overdrive trying to solve the puzzle. Why are they distant? What did I do? How can I get them back? The anxiety of potential loss makes the pleasure of your return far more intense. Most people try to buy love and loyalty with constant, predictable giving. Strategic people understand that loyalty is forged in the fire of uncertainty. Think about the cost of being constantly available and constantly warm. It is taking your leverage. You are training people to take you for granted. By mixing pleasure with pain, by giving and withholding, you become the controller of their emotional state. You become the weather they must adapt to. You hold the power, because you are the only one who knows when the sun will come out and when the storm will hit. Number 6. Acquire in the shadows. Why does wanting something openly always cost more than acquiring it silently? Because open desire invites resistance. The moment you announce your target, you trigger the defense mechanisms of everyone around you. If you tell people you want a specific promotion, your coworkers start to see you as a rival. If you tell people you are trying to win over a specific person, you trigger their jealousy and their desire to interfere. Open desire creates friction. It creates enemies. It creates obstacles that did not exist before you opened your mouth. The strategic approach is the indirect approach. You never move directly toward your target. You approach from an angle. You create a false sense of security. You position yourself as non-threatening, or even entirely disinterested in the prize everyone else is fighting over. While they are bleeding their energy fighting each other in the open, you are quietly building the infrastructure to simply take the prize when no one is looking. You let them think you are focused elsewhere. You let them think you do not care. You smile, you nod, you agree, and you silently maneuver. Think about what open ambition is taking from you. It is taking the element of surprise. When you announce your moves, you give your opponents time to prepare a defense. When you move silently, you strike before they even know you are a threat. Acquire in the shadows. Let your success be a sudden, undeniable fact rather than a prolonged, vulnerable hope. Never explain your strategy. Never announce your goals. Just show the results. Let them wonder how you did it. Number 7. Own the blind spot. The ultimate mastery of never showing what you want is making people believe it was their idea all along. People resist direct commands. They resist being told what to do, what to think, and how to feel. But they will willingly follow those they desire, those they find fascinating, those who seem to understand them better than they understand themselves. This is the highest form of power. It is the power of seduction. Seduction achieves compliance through desire rather than force. When you force someone, you create resentment. When you seduce someone, you create devotion. They believe they are acting of their own free will, completely unaware that you planted the seed of that desire in their mind weeks or months ago. You do this by understanding their needs, their fears, their insecurities, and their aspirations. You do not ask for what you want. You create a situation where giving you what you want fulfills a need they have. You align your desires with their self-image. If you want a promotion, you do not ask for it. You make yourself so indispensable, so perfectly aligned with the company's survival, that not promoting you becomes a threat to their own security. If you want someone's affection, you do not chase them. You become the embodiment of the qualities they lack, making your presence a mirror of their deepest desires. Think about what asking directly is taking from you. It is taking your authority. Every time you ask, you admit you lack the power to take. Every time you beg, you admit you are weak. Own the blind spot. Be the puppet master who is never seen. Let them feel powerful, let them feel in control, let them feel like the victor, while you quietly walk away with everything you intended to take. So look at yourself right now. Look at the patterns you have been repeating. You have been open, you have been honest, you have been vulnerable. And what has it gotten you? A life of paying retail for your own desires. You have been the one compromising. You have been the one waiting. You have been the one left wondering why the world does not respect your authenticity. The world does not care about your authenticity. The world respects power. And power belongs to those who can conceal their hunger. You must burn the old version of yourself. The version that bled intentions, that rushed, that was always available, that asked for permission. That version of you is a liability. From this moment forward, you operate in silence. You cultivate the armor of indifference. You master the phantom's pace. You create the vacuum of absence. You weaponize intermittent reinforcement. You acquire in the shadows. You own the blind spot. Never show them what you want. Let them see your calm, let them see your composure, let them see your silence, and let them drown in the mystery of your intent. Visible desire is a leash. Silent intent is power. The leash has been around your neck for too long. It is time to slip it off. This is the ruthless art Machiavelli perfected, now it is yours. Right now, not tomorrow. Stop acting nice. Start playing smart. Go down to the comments and type, "I am untouchable." Claim it. Embody it. And start taking back what is yours.